Hello. I'm in. Oh no. I have to grab my laptop. One sec. I'm taking off my headphones. Okay.
Howdy ho.
Hello. I'm back.
We be
I should have done before I started.
I forgot I was playing an Ellison for a second, and so obviously taller than any here, pretty much. Or any Midlander at least. And I was like, who's this short king to this just Midlander guy? And I'm like, no, he's just normal.
He's just normal.
He's still kind of a short king. Cause like with my main wool,
yeah.
he's so tall, everyone's tiny. It's like haha. But with like my Ellison wool, because they're a max height femme model, which is the same as the mid height male model, right?
Yeah.
So they're relatively tall. But like they're not the tallest. Like they're shorter than this row woman,
Yeah.
but significantly taller than this here. So it's like kind of funny because it's like a height that a human technically could. Um,
B.
and so like whenever Thancred is around, it's really funny because it makes him look realistically very short. Because like with a row woman or with like an aura man, it's like okay, yeah,
He's
Thancred's
just
small because
standing
he's a
next to a
here.
giant.
He's just a here like any other here. But then with the Elzen, it's like haha, tiny man. Thancred's not even here, but it's like another here man, so it's like yeah,
Here, man.
here man. Um,
All right.
can I tell you something nightmarish?
Yeah.
I cannot like I had like 4 different versions of resumes uploaded on my Google Drive on some email. Every email I use, they're not there. They disappeared. Thankfully, I had some versions of them downloaded, but what the fuck?
Huh.
I don't have an explanation for it. It's bizarre. I keep trying to figure out if there's like some other email that maybe I put them on. Have not been able to find it. And the thing is, I named all of them just resume or resume 2021. So like if I used that as the keyword, it would show up. You know what I mean? If I searched for it.
Yeah.
But it does not. So. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I had them downloaded, so I just re-put them in a drive and called it good enough.
Well, that's
but I'm
good.
like, what?
I'm glad you had them still.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck?
Redoing the light on this one. Because I moved it down. So now it looks really weird. So when will you know about grad school things?
What do I know about grad school things?
When will you know about them?
Well, the deadline for early submission is January 15th. So that's when I'm going to be actually submitting my, by then will be when I've actually submitted my application. So I definitely not before then, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll probably be student teaching when I find out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I actually really do like I don't like painting, um, as we know, outside of like doing some watercolors or whatever, but I do those weirdly. Um, but I really like doing like light and shadow,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
No, I feel that actually.
like in a
I think
digital
it's,
context. It's nice.
yeah, I'm not like good at knowing how shadows really like fold. So I'm not great at placing them, but doing them is fun. I like it. One thing that's been annoying me, kind of related to this, is like when like people will have a flat sort of 2D art style and then they'll be like, "Oh, it's not done. I have to render it." And then they render it into like that like super detailed like kind of 3D super shiny art style and that's what they consider finished.
Like the
Um
art on like a Disney box versus the art in the movie itself, or no?
I have not
Like
seen a Disney box in a long time. I'm
like
actually thinking the difference is more drastic than that.
okay.
Um but like people like like rendered art, like people digitally rendered art where it's like that really kind of generic ugly like I paint in digital art kind of art style.
Oh, like a
Um
sort of semi-stylized, semi-realistic digital painting,
yeah.
like League of Legends kind of.
Yeah, exactly like that. And so they'll paint that on top of their kind of nice, like unique art style 2D, like flat color drawing. And
That's so sad.
it's such a, it's how most people that do renders like that do it. But like it's really annoying because it became popular on TikTok and now everyone's drawing like that. And I'm like, I need you to be able to understand that like just because it's not quote unquote rendered in the way that they're using the word doesn't mean it's unfinished. Like you can do cell shading. You can do non-cell shading that is not rendering. What you're doing is you're having it's a different art style. Like
Yeah.
it's just annoying because I don't like art like that usually. If I do, it's like, okay, that one's nice, but I don't seek out art like that. I way
Mhm.
prefer other art styles. Um,
Yeah, it's not really my favorite.
and it's just so sad. Like when I see someone who has a kind of generic art style underneath and they paint over it, I still get kind of sad because I'm like, oh, because also a lot of times these art styles look better with less realism. But sometimes I see people that have like a really nice 2D style and they'll paint over it like it's some 3D thing, and I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
Just annoying. I also cannot stand people. This is no individual person's fault,
Mhm.
but I cannot stand people who like only know how to only learn how to draw. And I also like I say this as someone who like everyone learning how to draw is kind of guilty of this in when they're learning how to draw. But it's like the only way to learn how to draw is like whatever's popular at the time. So doing anything different is like wrong or less good. And it really annoys me. I mean, like, again, it's not any specific time period or person's like doing. It's something that is always happening, but it's just
Mhm.
annoying when it's like ugly. I'm like when the Tumblr art style, quote unquote, like when we were on Tumblr that like everyone was drawing as, did not love it. Some of it I did like at the time, but I still look at art like that and I'm like, please, anything else.
Yeah.
And it's just like I understand like learning how to draw through observation and like lessons from people around you, so you end up kind of having similar art styles. However, ugh, it's
Yeah, I think,
annoying.
if people ever make it to being kind of like individualistic with their style, which not everybody
Yeah,
gets there, like it takes time and
it does. It's and so
it's
like
like
that's why I'm
it's
like
a personal growth process.
exactly. And so it's like I'm not mad at any individual like all. Like even like as a whole, like I'm not being like, oh, Tumblr doing that was whatever. It's just one of those things that like I just hate seeing it because I'm just like, it looks bad most of the time. There are some artists or art styles that I remember being really popular on like Instagram when we were in late high school, early college, and I was like, actually, I'm eating right now because I like how these look. But it was like I was still aware that it was happening, even if I gave into the like that whole thing where it's like you draw like what's popular, or you try to draw like what's popular. I was still choosing the styles that I specifically was like, yeah, I'd want to make art like that. Whereas, like, I don't know, I think a lot of people don't think about it like that. They're just like, oh, this is what people like, and this is what good art means. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, not everyone wants a rendered drawing. Not everyone wants, like, a triangle nose. Like, it's that same kind of thing. Where it's like, don't make art because that's what you think someone's gonna like. Just do it because you like how it looks.
Yeah.
And, like, that's, like, the root of my frustration. It's like, stop, like, catering your style to what you think is gonna get you attention. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide what else I'm gonna do to this.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, hi everyone. My little ranty poo of bees. Okay. I need to reorganize my skills on my Ellison because they are a rogue and so they're a DPS. And I was organizing these skills and it's just. It's not. My little fingers are like, I don't know where to go because these are not organized well. I'm like, sorry, little fingers. Yeah, I was not going to go get food before class, but I think I might go to Dunky
Have you
because I
eaten
think
anything today?
no.
Okay. So that's your answer.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to spend money and I didn't have anything that I could make in time before class. So I was
Yeah.
like I'll just suffer until after class.
I
Oh,
know
this
you feel this way.
person's in my FC. Have fun. I'll give them a little petty poo. Pet. Um uh Yesterday I bought a shirt for my wall and then I forgot that I did it and I bought another shirt of the same kind, both for like 10,000 gil, and I was like, fuck my pee hole because I'm really early in the game, so that's like a third of my money.
Yeah.
And so I was like, god damn it. So I had to put it back on the market and hope I could get most of it back, which I did. But like, oh, god. It was such a stupid moment. I made it back though. We're fine. We're lag. Okay.
God, I have problems.
You have problems?
Yeah, because I draw everything on the wrong layer all the time.
Oh no.
Like, I'm not capable of doing things on the right layer the first time.
That's actually not where I thought that was going. Oh, that's so sad.
It's actually pathetic and tragic.
Don't say pathetic. It's just a mistake.
It's so annoying.
It is annoying. It is
Like this is
annoying.
actually like it's my own damn fault, so it's not like I actually blame digital art as a whole for this. But like it is one of my least favorite things about digital art because like I can't like I sit here and I draw on the wrong layer and then I have to like erase I have to like cut it and paste it to the right layer. Oh my god, all the time.
Yeah. I had a phase where I was a 200 layer type of artist. I'm not that way anymore because I'm lazy. But like, and like no one would guess that from my art because it didn't need that. Like if you look at it, it's just a drawing. But after that phase, I got over my uh hi Peppy, my hate for switching layers because I overcompensated. Now I still draw on the wrong layer sometimes, but I just make do. Um, Peppy, what? My little baby. Baby meowing at me. I fed you last night. That can't be what it is. You just want to punch me right now. Okay. Um, hi babes. Okay. Um, I'm going to, I think, order some Dunky Donut because Peppy, by my knowledge, I have money on my account. And if I don't, I think I have a free drink I can redeem. I do have a free drink I can redeem. Do I have money on my account? We'll see. Hey, puppy, 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 puppy. Dunkin' Donut said I don't have rights because they're still doing the go-tos where you can get like two for a certain price, but not for the bacon egg and cheese wraps. Only for the sausage egg and cheese wraps, and I don't really like Dunkin' sausage.
Mm.
And I'm like, you whore. Oh, they're serving little mini pancakes. I don't want that because I feel like it's gonna be messy, but that's cute. Give me the bacon egg and cheese wrap. What I like about the wraps is that they're yummy.
Yes.
Oh, I do have money on this. Yes, fuck me. And that's like the good fuck me. Not like the I'm stressed out fuck me.
Yes.
Um, do I want to get a little drinky poo? I might get little, itty bitty little baby little drinky poo. I think I'm the only person in the world that buys these, but I really like Dunkachinos because, to my knowledge, it's just, and I know you worked at Dunkin', so you might know the answer to
Yeah.
this. It's just hot chocolate and coffee, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I love it. It's so yummy. When I make coffee at home, sometimes especially during my summer classes where I was having a lot of coffee at home, um, I would always buy hot chocolate packs so that I could make hot chocolate. Because like if I was making a double, like I wanted a big coffee, I could like run the Keurig twice and have it just be watered down so I don't have to use two of the pods,
Mhm.
or I would just run it once with the coffee like pod in there, and then I run it the second time, but now I've dumped a hot chocolate powder in there, or whenever I no,
Yeah.
I only ran it once. But yeah, so I had a mug and I put in the mug the hot chocolate powder, and then I use like non-dairy like powder to
Creamer, yeah,
add
yeah, yeah.
like yeah, that's what it's called, creamer. Um to the coffee. Which I remember I didn't know existed until I worked at Home Depot, and then in the like staff little lounge area, they had that, and I was like, I bet this is like the cheapest, most pathetic excuse for creamer, but it's perfect for my needs. Because it's non-dairy, you know. But I would put some of that in there, and then at the time I actually had like chocolate syrup or caramel syrup or something like that. So I would put like a little bit of that in there, and then I would run the Keurig on top of that on like the large cup option. So like normally the large cup option would be like just watered down coffee, but this was like a kind of schmancy hot chocolate coffee. It was yummy.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. Oh, anyways, I was gonna buy this. I'll get a small because I just want a little tasty poo. No, I don't. I want a cold drink so I can chug it. Um, iced drink. Maybe I'll get a small fat. No, I'm not. That's evil. I think the only woke part of McDonald's is their $1 any size iced tea. Um,
Yeah, I bet
I
you do like that.
I do like it. Am I not gonna get a beverage? I'm not getting a beverage. Fuck the liquid. Yes, we're at Dunkin' Donut. No, I'm not getting a drinky poo or a donut. Okay. Peppy, you're so cute. Yeah, I'll just bring a water in the car. Okay. You know, breakfast for $3 could be worse. It could be worse.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the wraps, because you get the same amount of protein as like a bacon, egg, and cheese like sandwich at Dunkin' for like half the price, which is great.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, sometimes I like having the buttery croissant because it's yum yum, but for the most part, I'm like, I'd rather go to a real deli and get a bacon, egg, and cheese at that point.
Yeah, you can spend less money and get and get like a real
Literally,
sandwich.
the only reason why I don't is because it's inconvenient because it's in the town. So there's not like a convenient place to park, and then there's like long lines, and then like it's just inconvenient and it's quite sad. But if like we had like Gordon's where it's like just you pull in, you walk in, you get it, you walk out, I would every day be at a deli getting a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah.
So that's I'm gonna have to find a place to live that has a convenient little deli like
Well,
that.
if you stay in New York. Oh, I love that
Hello.
sound.
Sorry, I switched onto my phone. The last thing I heard was if you stay in New York.
Oh, I was saying if you stay in New York, that's not such a big thing to ask for.
Yeah, it's very easy, which is why I'm so over this town because I'm like, hey, we're in New York, we're at the fucking delis. Like there are delis deep in town. I'm like, where are the convenient delis? And like also because it's a college town, it's a little bit more expensive than most places would be because they can. So like there's literally a deli called like convenience
Yeah,
deli. Like
isn't
the
that the one we went to like last year?
I don't know, but it's like
We
just
got bacon, egg, and
convenient
cheese.
deli on the corner. It's convenient, and it's like it sure is. However, you charged me the same amount of money for like a shitty pre-made sandwich as like the chain grocery like supermarket does for literally half of the food. So I don't give a fuck how convenient you are. I'm not buying from you. Got my stuff. Puppy. I meant to leave like 5 minutes earlier so that I could get my thing, but okay. I'm still gonna get it. I'm at the point in my indigo colored hair,
Yes.
where I've like sometimes I'm too good at retaining vibrance with my with my dyed hair.
Yeah.
So I'll on purpose start to like use shampoos and conditioners and stuff that I know don't retain color because I'm like, I like how it looks when it starts to fade. Fade already, bitch. So I'll do that. So I've gotten to the point with my indigo hair where I'm ready for it to start fading, um, which is exciting because it's doing that. So if you hear
Yeah.
me crunching, I'm walking to my car.
No, it's fine.
But
The noises that all of you guys put up with from me every night on call, what can I say?
Where I'm like, crunch, crunch, Sally about to leave.
Yeah, I like couldn't even hear it.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
I got one viewer. Whoa, wait, I got two viewers.
Yay. We're
I
getting.
was just about to lament how I only had one viewer, but never mind. I won't complain.
I would
I'm
join if
happy.
I wasn't driving.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
You guys want to do driving ASMR? So
And honestly, your background noises are not that bad. Like, I really don't mind them.
I'm glad. I'm glad about that. I know that like
I don't
sometimes
find them
when I have my fan in my
that
apartment
bothersome.
running, some people get like a little bit like uh distressed by it because it kind of like picks up just vaguely. Um, but there's nothing I can do about that. I live in a basement. I don't have ventilation.
I feel like I never hear your fan, but it also might be because
It
I have so
doesn't.
much goddamn background noise in my own like living
The thing
space.
I don't think it normally comes through, but
Yeah,
there will be phases where all of a sudden it decides to be picked up by
I
my
feel that.
mic. And
That's like one of my computers that one of my computers that doesn't usually echo. Okay, wait, no. The one computer that doesn't usually echo, which is the laptop that's like here to my right. When that one starts echoing, I'm like, what is your problem?
yeah.
Like I thought we had something here. I I thought we had something good, and
Yeah.
now you're gonna echo. But yeah, when I'm streaming. But yeah, like this computer that I'm on right now to draw echoes horribly. My other computer, which is the old one, also echoes horribly. You know, for the
Yeah.
record, I don't have lots of money. I just have three broken computers, and
Uh-huh.
that's just how it is in my world.
Yeah.
That message not for you, really, mostly for anybody who happens to be watching the stream.
No,
I
I
know
got
you know.
no. Yeah, because if you talk about your like surplus of laptops, people are going to assume that you're just like one of those freaks that needs a laptop for every different occasion, when that is like the opposite of the case.
And like I've become that, but not on purpose. It's just because like I have three half broken laptops. So one lives in my bed, and one lives on my
Exactly.
desk, and the other one, formerly was just living in a laptop bag, but now it's living in the living room, and I might leave it there for convenience.
Yeah.
That's the extra slow one.
Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
it's so like you know, when people don't have money so they can't afford like the nice version of things that don't break, so they just have to like keep buying the really shitty versions that
yeah,
break. That's like your story with laptops, where it's like you don't have like shitty laptops, but they're prone to breaking because they're on the cheaper end,
they're
you
a
know?
little bit, yeah. Like my most expensive laptop is this one that I'm using right now for drawing. But as I may have discussed before, my brother gave it to me because he bought it for himself and then spilled a whole glass of wine into the keyboard. So the keyboard doesn't work anymore. He actually pulled all of the keys off to try and get all of the wine out, but it didn't work after that. So it doesn't have any keys. It's just got the little rubber nubs. And I have like an external keyboard plugged in. This is it. And it's like plugged into a laptop. So it's I have yeah. So that's why it lives on the desk because it's essentially just a weirdly shaped desktop at this point. And it needs an external keyboard to be functional. Yeah. My other laptops, the one that lives at my bed, which is to my right here. It's actually not on my bed, ironically, at the moment, but I use it for like an extra screen when I'm doing streaming. That one
Mm.
I got as a gift because my first, like my oldest laptop was clearly on its way out, and it still works. I'm lucky for that, but it's it doesn't. It's slow. It was kind of a low to medium tier laptop in 2015 when I bought it for $500. And I bought that one by myself, and I got this like $700 scholarship at the end of high school, from like I think it was from art club, and or no, it wasn't from art club. I think that was the total of like the little scholarships because I got an art club one and I got one from like the BOCES animation thing.
Yeah.
And I think in total they were $700, and I spent most of it on a laptop because right like 2 days before graduation, my previous laptop just turned off and never turned on again.
Yeah.
Which is really sad because I liked that laptop a lot. It was 17-inch screen, so it felt like luxurious. Like I think 15 is the ideal, but like it was fun to have a 17-inch screen for a little while.
Yeah.
And
Especially
it was purple.
top was like 5 inches wide.
Yeah, like my laptop before that was a an HP netbook, and it was running Windows 7 Starter, which if I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it means that you can't even set wallpaper. Like it doesn't let you set a wallpaper, which is intentionally cruel in my opinion. So that was my first
Yeah,
laptop. I used to play
my first
Minecraft on
Surface
it
was too.
at 2 FPS.
Yeah.
Really great stuff.
I've had a fair number of Surfaces, but I've never purchased a Microsoft Surface. It's just that my dad likes them, and then when I happen to need a laptop, he's like, "Oh, I bought this and I don't like it or I'm not using it." Or he'll just sometimes be nice and be like, "Oh, my sweet child, here." And so he'll give it to me.
You're like, thank you,
Um,
Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. Um, but so I've had three different generations of Surface. The first one, I feel a connection to your to your um first laptop, because even though this was not my first like laptop like machine, it also you could not set a wallpaper. It was the tiniest little motherfucker. I could run one tab of Chrome and then its engines would like it could barely handle
Not
Chrome.
one
But that was
tab.
machine that we watched Tokyo Mew Mew on,
Oh,
where
and like in sophomore year of
yeah, and
college.
so yeah, so I had Discord and
Very
a
good.
tab of Chrome open, which was it. Oh God, that thing was it was sweating. It was
That was the
sweating.
maximum it could handle.
Yeah, but sometimes I could get two tabs of Chrome open if it one of them was not a YouTube video. But
That's so funny.
um,
Was
yeah,
I streaming that or were you streaming that?
I think it was on Rabbit. I think that was before Rabbit died.
Mm. Yeah, but like, who was in charge of the rabbit room? Oh yeah, then
Oh,
I guess
definitely.
we both had to have Chrome open then because it's Rabbit. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm just forgetting how things used to
Um,
be. Yeah,
yeah.
it was on Rabbit.
hmm
I still
But
miss
I'm pretty
Rabbit.
sure Rabbit was fun.
It was fun.
It was such a fun thing to be like, okay, guys, let's hop on Rabbit. You had your little profiles. It was really cute. I loved Rabbit, and then they ruined it, but whatever. Um, Discord is the backbone of my society now.
Capitalism.
But okay. But yeah, then the next Surface I got was more competent, and the one I have now is basically the same. I like it, but it 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 does everything I need and everything. Like I don't actually desire a real laptop usually.
Yeah.
Um, it would be nice to be able to play Final Fantasy 14 on the go, but it's honestly the pros and cons. It's worth it for me. But like the thing is, they're expensive. For uh,
Yeah, services
to
are
not
dumb
even
expensive. Like it's not
to not
the
even
only
be
reason
able
it's
to
worth it is
do
because your dad is willing to give you like an old one. You know what I mean?
exactly. The only reason I have them is because my dad is bad at like resisting capitalism. And so he'll invest in these things and then be like, this was a bad decision. And then he'll like feel better about it because he can give it to me and be like, oh no, it was an investment for my child. But like, it really, when my previous Surface like shattered, because I dropped it on accident, it was like I was so screwed because I was like, I'm not buying a new one. They're over $1,000. I would just get a real laptop at that point. But I really
It's like at
wanted to be
that
able to
point,
draw.
like if you're gonna get an expensive laptop that's not even that good, you could get a MacBook.
Right, right. But it's like I want to be able to draw on it and take notes on it for school and whatever. Um,
They've got you by the
so
neck.
like yeah, so it's like oh, let me get out of my car without my mask. Yeah, it's like I got the one I'm currently using refurbished for so cheap. I don't even know how I found it this cheap, but it was like still $700. Maybe it was Yeah, it was
service.
something like
Like
700.
for $700, you could get a laptop that doesn't suck that bad.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, those laptops though,
I think you should have, but it's just the
they're not
price
going to be
sucks.
they're not going to be touchscreen. They're not going to come with note-taking software because the Surface it includes note-taking software. So for school, it's really vital.
Yeah, I
But
got you by
like,
the
hold on,
nuts.
I'm about to run in, grab my donkey, and then run out. I'll be like 10 seconds.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, like it's it's so not worth the money, which is so frustrating because it is exactly what I need. And I'm like, hey, maybe if you weren't price gouging your own fucking market, I would recommend your product to other people.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Did I
I think
somehow make this pen bigger?
there are some pens that have weird settings, and I'm like, why on earth is there not like this standard feature here?
No, it's weird because like I don't usually make my um pencil like bigger or smaller while I'm doing something like this. Like I just leave it. Like the other ones, like
Yeah,
the that I used to like fill in, sure,
yeah,
but yeah, I don't usually touch it. And
I feel you. Okay, for whatever reason, traffic is taking a long time today. So like I might actually be a minute or two late to class, which is kind of annoying. But whatever.
is anything important going on in class today?
No, it's just awkward to walk in late.
Yeah, I got you. Well, at least you're. I bet you're typically very like punctual.
I just don't want to be disruptive because I don't know if we're having presentations go on today. But sometimes my professor starts late because she's a little disorganized, so we'll see. Um, but I think if I were to get a real laptop, I'd
Mhm.
want one of the ones that are touchscreen so I can still draw on my tablet because I have no desire to invest in like an iPad for drawing or like a specific dedicated like drawing tablet. Since I'm just a hobbyist, I
Mhm.
like I like the idea of just drawing, being able to use a tool I use for other things as well.
Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense.
and so I'd maybe look into getting one of those touchscreen laptops, but also I don't know what the specs are like on any of those because I feel like the selling point is the touchscreen, so the internal is probably not great.
Hmm. I'm not sure.
That's
Honestly, I think it could vary. Like,
Mhm.
some of them are probably fine.
Yeah.
And I guess for you, like, you'd want it to be kind of like mid-range because you have your desktop for
Well,
games and stuff, right?
yeah, the reason I have my desktop is to run anything like intense, but if I were to be getting a real laptop, I'd want to be able I'd want to be able to play Final Fantasy on it. Because
Well, I
if
mean,
I'm
if
not
you think about how, like, I can run Final Fantasy on, like, my bed laptop.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that,
Hmm.
like, especially since it's, like, it's an MMO, which they aim for lower spec things anyway in order to have more people able to play, right?
Yeah.
Um, and wow, this perspective is really bad. Wait. Okay. And then the other thing is that, like, it's a game that came out in what, like 2013,
11.
2011? Yeah. So, like, as these things are, it's not a new game, and it's gonna aim for lower spec anyway. So like my laptop can run it fine. Honestly, like I didn't have like an amazing frame rate, but it worked perfectly. Like I didn't have any
Hmm.
issues when
Yeah.
I played it.
Yeah. I remember watching you play and we had similar frame rate while on my desktop PC I had like a million shaders in. And I remember I was getting like 19 to like 21 frames per second. And I still am. And I'm honestly I like it better that way because it makes it easier to follow what's happening because things are slower. Um but yeah, so I'd probably just not run shaders or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, and that's not
It
so
is,
bad.
the game will be ugly, but that's what I have my PC for, I suppose, to make it
Yeah,
less
like
ugly.
I mean, if you're gonna be playing it on your laptop, like it's not because you're like you know, you're just like out somewhere. It's not like the main
Yeah, I'm
experience.
at my mom's house, whatever it is. But yeah, I don't plan to get a laptop anytime soon though, because my current Surface in my possession, I've only had it for like 2 years.
Oh
So
yeah. I still,
okay,
oh my god, I still haven't listed the other one on eBay. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay because I
I
decided that's
forgot.
your. I don't want to cut from that. That's all your money.
Really? Are you
Yeah.
sure? Because I
Oh
can
yeah.
still do it. Like, I don't care.
Mm-mm. No, don't worry about it. Cause like it's been so long since I spent that money that I'm like, whatever.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, I'd
refrigerator's a
rather you
little
take it.
better. I don't like how close this is to the wall, though. Yeah, you know, art.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do like a little like wainscoting, like I don't. It's not wainscoting. It's like a you know like how in schools and stuff sometimes they'll have like a little railing thing that goes along the wall, like
Yeah.
midway up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how to describe it.
No, I think I know what you're talking about. It was similar to what my mom had in the dining room,
In the
but
dining
not.
room, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm still so annoyed that she painted over that. Like, are you kidding me, Mariam? Like that was hand done. Like even if it doesn't look that great or whatever, it's like, and then the wooden beams. I just so stupid.
Yeah.
That was the first moment I was Joker-fied by renovation.
Huh.
I was like, I get it now. I remember after explaining to my mom why it was such a shitty idea, she felt really bad about it. And I'm like, yeah, because this is a temporary trend from someone who has generic taste, and you're not going to be selling your house to someone with generic taste because this house is weird. Ugh. It's like people need to stop conforming. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but it's like stop conforming to like, sorry, some douchebag had a loud car, but
Yeah.
stop conforming to what you think other people are going to like, especially if it doesn't suit what you're presenting. Like, embrace the things about what you're doing that make it unique, and a lot more people will be fond of it.
Very true.
I got a little distracted there because I almost got hit by a car.
Hey, can you not do that?
Well, it's not my fault. It was someone speeding.
Can you like not get hit by a car?
Yeah, I'll try not to get hit by a car on stream.
Oh god.
Can you imagine?
This is how I go viral.
No, one of those old
Oh
YouTube
god.
videos that's like moments of like let's like 10 moment like someone's last moments caught on film, like top 10, like creepiest, whatever. Like, do you remember when we would watch a lot of top 10 videos?
Yes. Oh, hello. Sorry, I only just noticed the chat. Sorry if you sent those a minute ago.
Oh, I'm
I'm
not looking at
drawing.
chat.
Oh
Who's
yeah,
there?
they can't see chat. They're not looking at the stream either, but I can see chat when I actually
Who's here?
notice it. What'd you say?
Who is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's their first time.
What's their name?
There is Josefe Verdi, and there is uncreator underscore sin underscore importancia.
Oh, wow. Howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, welcome to the stream. We're just kind of
Looking at
talking.
your campus right now.
I'm working on Oh, I see. Unimportant creator. You know, I probably should have put that together. Yeah, I'm working on this is concept art for a game that I work on, which is called Splatter. Thank you. It's like a wave shooter. We're gonna have a level that takes place in like a mall, so I'm working on kind of some ideas for that. Let's see. No, that's silly.
I was telling one of the
Yeah.
people from my FC about Splatter.
Oh, you were.
Check it. I was like, check it out. I don't know
Oh,
if he actually will,
I hope they
but
will.
he was talking about what's that one like Cruelty Squad or something.
Yeah, Cruelty Squad
Um,
is fairly
yeah,
like there are similarities between the two of them.
yeah, no, exactly.
Gameplay wise, I
So,
think we're pretty different, but
exactly,
aesthetically,
yeah,
like I think we're probably
that's actually what I was
related. Yeah.
talking to him about. Because he mentioned he was like something Cruelty Squad. I was like, wait, I've heard of that. And then I realized I was like, oh, the context I heard of it was, and then I got into it, like I was like, splatty cool.
Yeah.
But he was like, what? Cruelty Squad has one of the most unique senses of humor. I was like, first of all, you have not played a lot of indie games. Second of all,
I mean, Cruelty Squad is great. I like what they do.
it's good. No, it's good. But he was like, it has the most unique sense of humor. I was like, I can think of, I can't name them because I don't know the names. But I can think of like a handful of games that have humor like that. It's like games that Micah would play, and like, you know what I mean? But um, but he was like, yeah, like what? Like you're like, how could it be similar to that? I was like, it is. Like my friends are funny people, anyways. Um,
Yeah, we did oh, I'm using a Cintiq I think it's a 13 HD. So it's like that big and kind of old. But I got it as part of a very good trade. So I'm holding on to it forever. Um Honestly, I'm not sure. I would probably I want to hold on to this one for as long as I can. Just because like I do really like it and it's like a nice size. It fits on my desk, you know. I'm used to it, so that's nice.
you don't have to buy a new one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've heard people really like the Huions, but I think for me, I'm gonna hold on to this one as long as I can because I don't have a lot of extra money anyway. So since it still is working okay, knock on wood, that I'm gonna try to make it last. But yeah, but yeah, our game is it's called Splatter. Its demo is free on Steam right now, um, and also it's on itch. So if you search Splatter Steam, it'll show up right away. Or if you search for Rat King Collective Splatter, it'll come up like that as well. Because that's the art collective that I make it with. And I'm the 2D artist, so I don't do any of the actual like programming or anything. But my roommate works on that, and we have another friend who helps out with like sound design. We've got other artists involved. We all went to art school together, so we've got art covered. um, but yeah, it's fun. We make not just games, but also books and comics, like TTRPG adventures, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's been good. It's been
Um,
exciting.
I'm basically at class, so I'll talk to you later.
Oh yeah. See you later. Bye.
Yes. Bye bye.
Yeah, they had to go. I drew that other one there. Story of my life. All right. Yeah, so now I'm just kind of like filling in the space. I think I'm gonna put some like posters in. Yeah, just the process. Come on. Okay, there we go. Wrong layer. Every single time. Hmm. Maybe I'll do less of these. So what I'm doing now is making floor tiles um, based on the perspective grid that's already included in the screen cap I took of our sort of gray box level. There we go. And these are pretty large. These squares that are already here, so I'm going to split them up into smaller pieces. Oh, and that is, I've just discovered, on the same layer as the benches. Okay. All right, now it's on the same, its own layer. Don't have to worry about it. It's a bit hard to see. At some parts in the middle where it gets really bright. Oh, I see what's happening here. There's a slight distortion to the perspective as well, like it kind of warps a little bit in the view. So I think that's what's giving me an issue. Some of these. Okay, that's a bit easier to deal with. Wrong spot. Better. I'm getting a text. Oh. No, it's just Zillow trying to give me notifications. All right, I'm gonna attempt to color it. Looking up reference images now. Whew. Oh, thank you. Ooh, and thank you for the follow. Hi, I'm working on concept art currently, and that's for the game that I work on, which is called Splatter. It's currently got a demo out on Steam, which is free, and we're trying to get a publisher, and we will be at MagFest in January. But yeah, so this is for a mall level. So I'm currently, thank you. I'm currently working on color, which is kind of scary. um, but yeah, this is kind of the point that it's at right now. There we go. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm in the middle of. Let's see. All right. Yeah, it's better. Oh, my day's been going well. It's just about it's just a little after 2 p.m. here, and I have the day off work, so can't complain about that. How about you? I mean, I know it's late, but how was your day? Yeah, that's good to hear. Ooh. Wrong color. Wrong layer, actually. That's better. Is that on a different layer too? Oh, I see what I did wrong. That's the one. Hmm. Might have to just undo a lot because I think I've screwed things up with my layers. I'm notoriously bad about layer management. Alright, let's take a look. Mm, oh, thank you. Glad you like it. Oop, there we go. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is just get everything nice and uniform looking, then flatten this whole image and do it, do color on top of the flattened thing, which there are probably better ways to do this, but you know, sometimes that's all you do. um, I've been doing digital art since I was maybe 15, so like 9 years, but I honestly do a lot more traditional work, so my habits aren't great, all things considered. Um, but yeah, so I have a tendency to screw up all of my layers and get them absolutely mixed up, and I draw on all the wrong ones and everything, so it ends up being a little counterproductive for myself. I should probably work on that. But yeah, let's see. Right, now I'm gonna use the paint bucket and color in these stupid columns for like the fourth time in a row because I'm realizing that I shouldn't have been doing that color because it got rid of all of my lighting. Let's see. I am actually remembering what layer things are on though, so it's good for me. Not good. And yes, that should be this one. Okay. I'm gonna save. But yeah, when it comes to the rest of my art, I've been doing it like my whole life. I was very lucky to have a family that was very supportive. My mom is an artist too, so it was uh, it was very encouraged, which I'm happy for. All right, let's see. Yeah, digital art is like it's not my favorite. I think there are things about it that are really nice and really convenient. So I totally get why other people enjoy it so much. I have a really hard time with doing digital work and feeling like it looks like my work, if that makes sense. Like I feel like it all comes out and I'm like worried it's generic, um, and like it doesn't look like I did it. But I think I'm getting closer to a point, even in the last like year, where I've been doing digital art and feeling like more confident in the results. It's taken a long time. I guess I'm like in my practices, like I don't consider myself someone who's bad with computers, but I think in my artistic practices, I tend to be like weirdly old fashioned, and it's not always good because like I make things a lot harder for myself. Like I do comics and like I do them entirely like all of the drawing is traditional and then I like put them together digitally. Like I'll do my traditional thumbnails, I'll do my traditional sketch, then I'll do a completely traditional drawing. This is all like with a light box, and then I will scan it in, do my touch ups, add my text on top of that digitally, and that's like all I'll do digitally. And I don't know, I think there's some things about that that are not ideal. Like it would be great to just like have perspective grids and lay things out in a way that um, makes it easier to do a lot of things. But you know, I like how I do it, so I make my life harder, but it's okay. All right, so I'm thinking like a kind of light tan yellowish tile. I want this to look more like ooh, not like that. I want it to look more like I guess a 90s mall, slightly older. Not like dirty though, like just kind of weird. Let's see. Now my brush is too big. All right. Yeah, I'm just kind of like blocking out some colors on here. I don't intend for this picture to be like, oops, There we go. I don't intend for this picture to be extremely polished with like super clean line art or anything. Mostly I just want it to be a good sort of breakdown of the space for our like environment artist to work from, so they can kind of get a sense of the ideas that I had. I shouldn't have erased that. I should have. Oops. For filling up the whole space. I left that bench kind of blue. Thank you so much. And thanks for following and everything. Yeah, that's a bit better. When I made this PNG version, I accidentally left the floor somewhat attached here. It's visible through the objects. Okay. There are these horrible flies in my apartment. I'm really fed up with them. Been doing everything to get rid of them. They're like tiny, like not fruit flies, like a little bit bigger, but not like regular black flies. And they're awful. They're so annoying. Everywhere I look, they're like in my peripheral vision. It's horrible. I really can't stand them. It sucks because I have a rabbit, and for the past couple days I've been like taking it, like rabbits. I don't know how much anybody watching knows. Um, they go to the bathroom a lot. Um, so I've been like every single time he like pees, I've been taking the litter out and putting it in like a closed bag so that I can keep it away from the flies because they were really interested in it. And I've never had this issue before. He's like 7.5 years old. So I don't know. They're really interested in the garbage and anything in the sink, and it's just kind of a nightmare. So if you see me swatting at things, that's what that is. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to mess with the colors and things about here. Oh, I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm into that. Okay. Hmm. Hi. Thanks for joining in. Right now I'm working on concept art, which is of a mall level for the video game that I'm working on with my friends and our art collective, and it's called Splatter. We have a, it's maybe not the right color to use. We have a free demo up on Steam. If you search Splatter on Steam, or if you search for Rat King Collective Splatter, you'll be able to find it really easily there. And it's a lot of fun. It's a wave shooter, and it's got an online leaderboard for high scores. But yeah, so if you like that kind of game, feel free to check it out. Right now, I'm just trying to make this look fun. Thank you. Oh, do you know Matt Ionasi? Oh, I was asking, do you know Matt Inesi? Is that the Matt who has told you about me? Take your time. Oh yeah. Yeah, take your time. I don't really like how that looks. It's a little better. Thinking maybe these should just be the same color as the walls. It's not as fun though. Hmm, Leaving it. I'll change the color of the seats though. The benches. Keep switching them between the same colors. Yeah, I think that's better. Our kind of blood spatter effects are supposed to stand out in the levels, so I don't want to make it too bright. Hmm. It's a little better. They felt so dark in the middle there. Escalators, I mean. Oh, welcome back. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let us know what you think, and if you have any feedback, we do have a Discord server that should be linked on our website. That's just ratkingcollective.com. And if you really like it, oh, thank you. If you really like it, we'd love it if you could wish list it because that helps. Oh, great. Oh, thanks for following. Yeah, we're working hard and we're trying to find a publisher so we can get a budget and work on it like more full time than we are at present. Which, I don't know if we'll make it to that point, but we're trying. So that's what matters. Yeah, we're going to be at MagFest in January. I think I don't remember if I said that while you were in stream or not. That's very exciting. We actually just got our banner in. We ordered a giant banner. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we'll make a movie then. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you. I think I want to do continuation of the floor tile on these edges. Oh, I didn't put railings up. Oops. Okay, I will draw some railings on this. Of course, I'm coloring everything on the same layer, so it's like a bit counterproductive, but it's okay. Be good if I made this match the perspective correctly. Alright, that's better. What did I do? Oh, wrong layer. Hmm. Alright. Now I think I'm going to do some extra lighting. Ooh, there we go. What'd you think? Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. We wanted it to be really fun and weird and strange. Mhm. What's the question? Commissions? Yeah, if you go onto my Twitter, you can see my commission info is linked in my pinned tweet. And my Twitter is at the bottom of my stream. Like there's a at Heckos Art. Um, and so I have in that link that's in my pinned tweet. I have my non-commercial prices, so essentially just personal use type prices, and those are all there. But yeah, feel free to email me or DM me on Twitter, whichever one's easier for you if you're interested. I currently only have one in progress, so the waitlist is pretty short at the moment. Oh yeah. Well, commercial use would be essentially anything that constitutes, I guess, being made money off of, whether it's for like a nonprofit or for a business. And pricing for that kind of thing is really variable because it really depends on how big the customer is, how big their kind of like reach is. So like I wouldn't charge the same amount for like a big magazine or something. Hypothetically, if I was doing a piece for that, they would get a much higher amount of money quoted to them than a small sort of like I did a map once for like a podcast, and it wasn't a big podcast or anything, so the price was kind of moderate, in, essentially. But since it varies so much, I don't have a price sheet for that kind of thing, and that would just have to be if you could describe it in DMs or in my email, then I could definitely get you a quote for that. Oh, like T-shirts or things like that. Yeah, so that would depend on just kind of like the specifics of the job and also like the size of your following and stuff like that. So it's a hard thing to like do just over voice. But if you're interested, I'd love to talk about it. Let's see. Yeah, Twitter DMs are fine or email, whichever one you'd like better. Sure. And also feel free to send whatever image references you have, if anything, or like even if you like it's not something you made, like something that you think looks good to compare it to, because anything like that is always helpful. More is better, in my opinion. And if you don't have stuff like that, then we can talk about it and see what you do like. But yeah, it'd be good as a jumping off point. Now I'm gonna do some shadows. Too dark. It's really messy. There we go. All right. Well, I live currently in Baltimore. I am a freelance artist, but I also have a day job. I have a lot of student debt. And there's probably other things, but I'm drawing a blank on it. But yeah, that's essentially it. Oh, I know Matt because his sibling is like one of my closest friends. Yeah, so I've actually known him for a really long time. I think he was in sixth grade when um, the two of us became friends, and then I went over their house, and Matt had I think been in my school for a little longer, um, and then they joined. Yeah, I've been to. Yeah, they moved their mom moved a couple years ago, so they don't live in like the house that they grew up in anymore. But I went there. I've been to the new one. I've been on vacation with them a couple times actually, which was very nice. Very generous. Yeah, yeah. Marianne is in Brantford now. Oh yeah. Maybe I have. What's your name again? CJ. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I haven't then. My we might have met once, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe I'd recognize you if I saw you in person then. All right, I think this is probably pretty good. I am pretty much happy with what I've got here. There's always more to do, of course, but but yeah, I think that's probably where I'm gonna cut it off for today. Get some other stuff done. Play some Animal Crossing. Oh wait, you're their cousin. Okay, so maybe we did meet then. Christian or no? Maybe I know you by that name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we did meet. I think like it was like a couple, maybe two or three times. A secret. Um. But yeah. I think like there was like Halloween and at some point in high school or something. Like we were walking around. Might have been ninth or 10th grade. So for you, I'm not. I don't remember how old you are relative to me, but yeah, somewhere around there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and a Discord. I have we have a server which is if you go on what's it called? rackingcollective.com. If you go to our like about page, you're the crazy one. But yeah, if you go on our about page, we have our Discord server linked there, and and yeah, feel free to join. If you have any feedback for the game or any thoughts, we'd love to hear it. And we often do little game nights and things like that. Um, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, so I think I'm good for today. And thank you again, everybody who has watched and come in and out. And I will hopefully be streaming again not too long from now because I'm going to have a commission to color um, coming up soon. But yeah. All right, so I'm going to go and I will see you guys later.